Internet. Today we're going to talk about building characters vertically and horizontally. So vertically, what that means is that you're dumping all your resources into one character. You're getting the best weapon for this character, best artifacts, getting as much constellations as possible, triple crowning. So that's vertically. You're putting all your time and effort into one character. This video is more for the beginner players. Alright. So only build vertically once you have established a supporting team for your character that you're building vertically for. So it's all well and good to be dumping all your resources into one character, but you have a team for a reason. Make sure you got strong support, like a strong supporting team, before you do that. By all means, they don't need to be level 90 and like crowned or anything. But at the very least, get them ascended to 80 over 90 so you can get triple 9 to maximize their support output. Okay, and get some decent artifacts. Not like amazing artifacts, but like the correct set would be nice. Bare minimum 20. Okay, so that's what I got to say for vertical. In terms of horizontal and spreading your resources thin with like building a lot of characters. So, like I just said, resources are limited. You're gated by time for Risen. You're gated by Mora, which is, I guess, the same thing. You're gated by RNG for artifacts. You're gated by Primo Gems for constellations. So you can't invest in everyone. And you can't wish for everyone if you're free to play. If you're a whale, you can disregard this because you would just buy everything anyways. Alright. So, if you're going to go horizontal and just try a lot of characters, have a variety and spice in your life, that's fine. But if you have too much spice, you'll get indigestion and possibly diarrhea. Okay. My point is, know where to invest your resources if you're going horizontal. Pick characters that support your main DPS or main character that you use. Doesn't need to be DPS, you may be a Barbara main, for example. Or maybe an Amber main, the three of you. If maybe you're an Aloy main. Okay. The point is, if you're going to pick horizontally, pick characters that support your character. Support your main character. So, I'm sure there may be one or two of you that are watching that like, oh, I have like 20 different teams. I change out and play different characters every single week or every single day. Or I have a randomizer and I just pick different characters into it and I put them in a different team and see if they work or not. There are players that do that. And if that's your playstyle, cool. But I know you won't have like resources for every single character to be like 999 or whatever. I'm a bad example because I'm a veteran player. I've been playing this game for 3 years. And well, I get bored, so I do that. I put my resources into every single character. You can too, but you gotta spend a lot of time doing it. If you're starting out, which this video is aimed at, just focus on one character first, then build a team around that character. Then rinse and repeat for another character, and build another team for that character. You need 2 teams for the Abyss. Alright? Any more than that, that's just luxury. Okay. What else do we want to talk about? Horizontal, vertical. And we talked about, I guess the next thing is diagonal, right? So you want that quality and quantity. So it's great that you're wishing a lot of characters, but just take the time to build the characters that you really like and really enjoy using. Sure, it's fun to have a new character, but the novelty kind of wears off after a while. So I'm going to be real. I don't use Nahida that often. I use her to pick up berries, but I don't use her in battle. Like Mona, I use her to cross oceans. That's about it. And I have stopped using Hu Tao after 2 hours. I'm gonna be real. Like, I just don't like Hu Tao's style. Don't hate me for that. And Diluc just got outclassed by Yoimiya. So I used to use Diluc a lot. He was like my first standard banner 5-star. Okay. And like a lot of characters I just forget, because they just aren't what I'm looking for at the moment, but I do train them, or like use them once upon a time. So I think for horizontal, like a wide range of characters, you may have too much options. You're spoiled for choice. So just keep it within 8 characters. Focus on 2 teams for the Abyss. Like, if you're in the overworld and you want to try something different, of course. But I'm gonna be real, I maybe use like 12 characters max. That's like 3 teams. But I don't really use that many. Like, where does it start? So 80? Okay. So 40. So from that point on, all these characters I never use. So Xinyan is C6 and I don't use her. Same with Rosaria. And I got 5 stars that I don't use. Got Kaching, Chi-Chi. Technically Aloy is a 5-star, but really she's like a 3-star. Just because Hoyoverse did her dirty. We won't go into that, but like there's so many characters that I don't use. And that's besides the point. And I use Ganyu like 90% of the time because she's vertically built. And I like using her the most. So what I'm trying to say is have a balance. Like, I would say maybe 8 to 12 characters is a good stopping point. Because you won't use all 32 characters. Maybe when they introduce like a 6-team party, like a 6-team party, rotating party for like Abyss 13, 14 or 15, maybe, sure. Then horizontal is great. But keep your horizontal range not too big. It's great to cast the net, but Don't cast it so wide that the fish slips out. That's a bad analogy. What I'm trying to say is, have variety, of course, but make sure your team works. Alright, I hope that helps you guys. Hope it helps new players out. I don't know if the message was clear, but I'll just reiterate in case it wasn't clear. When you're first starting out, build 1 DPS if you got no team, then build characters around that character. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you had a great day. Be sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends, ring the bell, turn on all notifications. Leave a comment below if you prefer vertical or horizontal building of characters. Until next time, see ya.